Hey everybody, my name is Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. Today is Thursday, June the 13th, 2024. You will probably end up seeing this on Friday, June the 14th, 2024. And welcome back to my Flosstube channel. I think this might be Flosstube number 76. Pretty sure it's 76. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. This is a channel where I talk about all my cross stitch. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. Thanks so much for following along in everything I have going on. Okay, so I have been not getting a lot of stitching done. This is my board. As you can see, I didn't get a whole lot done. I only worked on, oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects. I mean, I filmed, what, Friday? Posted Saturday. So really I had Saturday, Sunday. I stitch a little on Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 6 days. So I guess that's about a project a day, but I just feel like I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done, especially because one of those 6 projects I worked on was one that I was doing like 100 stitches a day. So, but I feel like I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done because one, over the weekend, I was doing some filming of some videos, like kind of tutorials, or, well, one of them was more of a discussion, not really so much a tutorial. I've posted 2 of them. I believe that, I gotta double check, they should both be in the playlist I have for kind of my version of a tutorial. I do have one that I have not posted yet, which will be part of the reason that I'm going to show you kind of the end result of that one. So I didn't get a lot of stitching done then over the weekend because of that. And I don't think I did any stitching on Friday night, actually, now that I think about it. Monday, I didn't get a whole lot done because I had to take my car in because I kept getting a leak in I had a leak in the driver's side rear tire. I knew I still needed, I had replaced 2 tires in April, and I knew I still needed to replace the other 2. So I was kind of hoping that the leak was in one of the ones that had to be replaced. No, it wasn't. It was a new tire. So they replaced that one for me. I had a nail in it, like buried in it. And there's a lot of construction around here, so that's probably what it was from. And then Tuesday I was just working late. And then Wednesday, I brought my car in yesterday. I had to bring my car in to get the other 2 tires replaced that needed to be done. So it was like just about every night this week I've been getting home late. And then I was filming the tutorials over the weekend. So it is what it is. Okay, so let me show you the first thing. This does not count as anything that I was doing. So the video that has not posted yet, so you're gonna be like, what is it? I haven't posted this video yet, but I kind of did a tutorial on a little bit how to read a pattern, and I haven't posted it yet because I realized it was supposed to be kind of like a beginner stitcher tutorial, and then I realized I didn't really show how to do stitches. I was just really showing how to like look at a pattern, and then I just started stitching the pattern. It was something that I drew because I didn't want to show the pattern online, like a copyright pattern. So I just drew like a little flower real quick, and I started stitching it, and I kept going, and I ended up, whoopsies, I ended up finishing it. And then at the end of it, I was like, wait a minute, do I have a little hoop? Yes, I do. It's not fully finished, but I have a partial. Look at this little flower that I did. Isn't it adorbs? And then I had this little hoop in my drawer, and I just like kind of put it over. I was like, oh my God, it fits. So yeah, yay me. That's my first design ever. But yeah, I just, you'll end up seeing this in a video. If you watch the tutorials, you'll end up seeing this in a video over the next week or 2. But I kind of wanted to wait to post that until I was able to post one that shows how to do the actual stitches, just like a brief one of how to do an X, how to start thread, end thread. I didn't get a chance to do that one, so I'm kind of holding on to this video until I can do that. and post that one, and then the one where I did this, because I feel like it wasn't like a really good one, but I still want to post it, but I want to do something else first. But yeah, that was what I was working on over the weekend. Just a quick little, like, I thought it was going to look like crap, and then when I finished, I was like, you know what, that's actually kind of pretty cute. So yeah, there's that. But what I want to do is I want to like kind of cut this excess fabric off right here, and then like do it, you know, together, fuzz, kind of, so it would end up like this. But yeah, that way I was like super proud of myself. Go Jen. All right. Oh my God. Okay, so let's get into what I got to stitch on. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my Whip of Shame project. That's Cuddly Bear Quilt. And so because I wasn't getting a whole lot of stitching done, and I was like, I ended up actually skipping a few days on this and then going back and making up for it. So that was part of it too, was I didn't get to do a whole lot. But I mainly worked on that bear in the center, so I should be posting a picture of what it looked like at the beginning of the week. And I was able to get kind of caught up on it where I did the stitches, the 100 a day. So I got 611 stitches done. And like I said, I worked in the bear. And so I don't remember if this part was done, but I came down here, I got this leg done. I did some of the blue right here. I did the blue across here, and then I started working on this leg over here. So I think I did these two. And then I also did a little bit in the phrase right here because I had some of this on my needle, and I went ahead and just did that. But yeah, that's what I did. I am going to do the next weekend. I don't have the kids. I'm going to do a video of how I, may not be the totally correct way, but I'll do a video on how I start and end threads on something like this. But this is what the whole thing looks like so far. Sorry, the lighting isn't, I have my new light, but I feel like it's not as good. I don't know, it's so hard to get really good lighting to show stitching. And then this is the back of it. So my stitches do go on the back because I'm not about to try to get in between the layers of this blanket. But my stitches do show on the back. And then like on the front, like this cloud over here is done. So on the front is a stem stitch right there. Maybe I'll include in that video the stem stitch because I do have a cloud that needs it. And then that's what it looks like on the back. So I've only ever completed one of these, and really I didn't even really completely complete it. I had most of it done, and then my mom took it and finished it. And then she just took some fabric and did put a piece of fabric on the back of this and then got some binding because she does that kind of stuff. I don't. I have a sewing machine. I know how to do it. I just don't do it. And then she just sewed it all together and flipped it inside out to make a blanket out of the first one. So I'm going to keep plugging away at this. And then, like I said, the next weekend I don't have my kids. I don't know what is up with all the fuzz. The next weekend I don't have the kids. I'll do a video about this blanket. So there's that. All right, 611 stitches done on that. Okay, next thing I'm going to show you is a new start. I think this is a video that I have to post as well about starting a full coverage piece on the diagonal. I got to double check what I've posted and what videos I have pending. But this is Amazonia from the Cross Stitch Studio. And artwork is from Romance Art, and it's 400 by 490 as 107 colors. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. I decided I'm doing this on a 25 count, easy count Lugana. That's what that bag was. I had a bag that had the stitch count on it, and I was like, what is this bag for? Oh, it's for this. Where's my board? Here it is. So I'm doing this on a 25 count, easy count Lugana, and I'm doing it 2 strands, tent stitch. And I did an upper right hand corner start. So I did 820 stitches on this. And like I said, I'm doing this tent stitch. I'm doing this in tent stitch, and I'm doing it on the diagonal. I've really gotten back into the diagonal stitching again. But I did an upper right hand corner start because I had noticed in a previous piece that I was trying to do the diagonal stitching, I had noticed that I was getting some diagonal lines, and so I'm kind of doing an experiment with this piece and also with Honeymoon Sunset when I can pull that one back out again. I do my bottom, so when I do my tent stitch, I stitch my bottom leg, and that's what I do for tent stitch. So some people say, oh, you should do your top leg. It doesn't matter. If you're doing the whole piece in the half cross, it doesn't matter which direction it goes in. Especially with something like this, like you can't even, look at that, getting up close and personal, you can't even tell which direction the stitches goes in, or going in. But I do my bottom leg when I do my tent stitch, right? And so I go bottom left to top right. And so I was thinking, I was like, well, if I do left to right, and if my diagonals are going left to right, I'm wondering if that's contributing. I know it also has to do with tension and, you know, stuff like that, but I was like, I wonder what would happen if I did stitches left to right, but my diagonals went right to left. So stitches this way, but diagonals this way. Would that kind of counterbalance each other? I've seen a few comments about from you guys about what you've seen and tried with diagonal stitching and tent stitching to not get lines. Because I've been looking at comments, I just haven't really had a chance to like actually sit down and respond to any. But so far, I seem to not have the same problem that I did when I started Honeymoon Sunset. I did diagonals left to right with stitching left to right, and I was noticing I was starting to get some lines, so I stopped and went to, like, I've been trying different methods, trying to see what I could do that wasn't cross country, that didn't get me lines. So this might help. So anyway, I'm doing diagonal stitching with parking on this, and you don't have to park when you do diagonal stitching. You can end your thread in the diagonal. You don't have to park. I park because, as you can see, there's all this thread, and I don't want to do like 20 stitches in the diagonal and then end my thread every single time. So that's why I do the parking with it. And then when I do end my thread on this, because I didn't want to, and I think I showed it in this video, I was showing a way to end your threads from the front. So what I did was I came down, and I'm pretty sure I showed it in the video. But I come down outside of my stitching area, and I just make a really long diagonal so I know that's not an actual stitch. Diagonal. I just make a really long stitch so I know that's not my actual stitching, and then I pull it back up through the front and I just clip it close, and then when I get down this way, I'll just pull these out and I'll just clip them close to the fabric, and then the stitching will kind of pull that little bit back through and it'll disappear because I've already done it like up here somewhere. So yeah, but I'm liking how that's turning out so far. I did say it in the diagonal video, so if you watch those videos, you'll end up seeing it once it actually posts. But what I do like about this method of stitching is the way that you start seeing the piece come to life before you, like, instead of having to do boring background, you get like, as you get further in the piece. I started like I started up here in the corner, right? And so as I get my diagonals done, as I start getting my diagonals done, I'll have like a bit of background. Like if I was just doing pages, I would be going across, right? But as I do the diagonals, God bless, sorry. As I do the diagonals, I'll start getting background, fun stuff, background, background, fun stuff, background. So, and then you're also not ending in boring background. Like when you get to the very end, it's not like completely and totally boring background. So anyway, we'll see if I stick with this, because you guys know how I am with changing my stitching methods. I'm gonna have to get a nail file after this video. I was breaking boxes down at work today because the hospital doesn't want cardboard because of bugs, right? But we had boxes in our supply room from this delivery we had gotten, so I was emptying the boxes out before I left and was breaking the boxes down to throw them out. Tore my nails up doing it. Okay, next up is another new start. This is a kit from Design Works, and this is called Freedom. And that's what it's gonna look like when it's done. I'm just using whatever came in the kit. It's a 14 count white Aida. And using kit fabric, kit floss. So the floss came in a big, no, it didn't come in a big bundle. It came on a floss card, but it wasn't labeled or anything. So I just went through and I made sure that I had it all. I had already had this done, or else I would have done a video on it, but I just went through and I drew all the symbols out, and I think there's a couple colors that are together. Yeah, like these two are on the same one. Of course, they don't give you enough of this. And I use the full length personally. It looks like it's all tangled up, but it'll easily untangle. But I use the full length because I do a loop start anyway. And so I like the longer strands, but you could certainly cut these down to more manageable lengths for you. So anyway, I did a center start, and I did 300 stitches on it. So this is where I'm at with it so far. This is the D. It's the D. That right there. So I got 300 stitches done on that. Turning out pretty cute so far. I'm enjoying it. I've never really had a problem. Sorry, my face itches like crazy. I've never really had a problem with the Design Works kits, any of them that I have done. My only issue is with some of them, the pattern is like crazy small to read. I think the Christmas ABC one that I have, that pattern is like ridiculous. But this one is actually very decent to read. It's a good, I think someone else has the Christmas one and they agreed that pattern is like ridiculously like small print. This one, I'm just gonna show you a tiny bit. See, that one's pretty decent to read. So anyway, so there's that. I got 300 stitches on that. Okay. And then next up is another new start. I didn't do a lot of stitching, but I did do, I think, a lot of them were new starts. Most of them were new starts. All right, so next up is a Dimensions kit. And this one was Garden Bouquet. And that's what it's gonna look like when it's done. And I'm doing it with whatever comes in the kit. It's a 14 count ivory Aida. So all that, like this is stitched. It's not on a printed, the background's not printed. So I will have to stitch that when I get to it. And I did a center start on this because it's not a full coverage. And because the corner of it is not like exactly, like it's not exactly a corner, and I don't trust dimensions with their margins for the most part. So if it's not a full coverage, I don't want to do a corner start. So I did center, and I only got 200 stitches on this because I think I was catching up on the Cuddly Bear quilt with my 100 a day, because even if I didn't do the 100 a day, I still wanted to try to catch up, so I do actually like do the stitches I wanted to do on it. Make sure I'm showing this the right way. Hey Gracie. Hi Gracie. So I did 200 stitches on this, and that's where I'm at with it so far. That's the red flower that's in the middle of it. Not much to show, so, but that's where I'm at with that one. Hi, Gracie Lou. Hi. Hi. Meow. And the next thing I'm going to show you is Hedgehog. This is a piece that I picked the chart up off of the freebie table at the retreat I went to last year, and that is what it's going to look like when it's done. It's by Margaret Sherry. It was an insert in the, from what I can see, I didn't get the magazine itself, but it says on here, supplement to the world of cross stitching. I don't know which one it was, but this says the Margaret Sherry collection 2019, so it was probably from an old magazine, very old magazine. Gracie, hey Mr. Whiskers. I did, listen, the two of you, hey, stop. They're fighting like back and forth across my board. These two, I swear, they're like my kids. So anyway, I did 604 stitches on Hedgehog. I don't even remember, did I do this on the weekend? I think I stitched on this on Sunday. But that's where I'm at with it so far. So I did, so this is all new here. I completely did the tag that's coming off at the top of the gift box. So I got that all done, but I got all that, and then I started bringing this down as well. And I think, oh, I filled in, so I got the pink squares done here, and I filled this part in right here too. So if the next time I pull this out, I don't think it's gonna, unless I dedicate like a big stitching day to it, I don't think that the next time I pull this out, I will get it done. But I think this will be one of the ones that I make an exception for, and because all my projects I'm working on twice and then they kind of like go away. And get replaced or whatever. I think I'll probably keep this out to work on a third time. If I can't get it done by the second time, I'll keep it out for the third time to finish it. So fingers crossed this should be done before the end of August. Fingers crossed. Okay. The last thing I'm going to show you is my Heaven and Earth Sal. This is a closed Sal. We had 10 pieces that we could pick from, and I'm doing Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 2, which is by Amy Stewart. And this is a snippet from Merry Mushroom Village Picnic. That is what mine is going to look like. And this is 300 by 205 for a total stitch count of 61,500 stitches. If I can get 4 pages complete by the end of the year, then I will get all of the Sal charts that were offered. And if I complete the entire piece by the end of the year, then I will get all of these Sal pieces offered plus 2 of my choice off of the Heaven and Earth Designs website. So of course, even though I'm really terrible about finishing things, of course I opted to try to finish the entire thing. That's my goal. So I'm doing this 2 over 1/10 stitch on a 28 count easy count Lugana, and I focused over here on the right hand side of the piece, and I did 617 stitches. So what I've been doing is on the pattern, I've been working like kind of this block of stitches down here. I've been picking a symbol in it, kind of almost like a typewriter, but instead of going across the top, I'm going down the side and filling in these blocks bit by bit, and then just carrying the thread out wherever it kind of goes. Then I pick the next symbol in that block and finish that one off, like, you know, wherever it goes. So I got 617 stitches on it. And so this is oh my God. This is a combination of parts, or this is parts 1 and 2. Part 3 will be released on July 1st. I'm guessing because this is the edge over here. So there's this, and hang on one second. Nope. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to like zoom out here so I can see what's left. So as you can see on here, I zoomed out so you can see the pattern. There's like, these pages have all been released. There's only these 2 pages and then partial pages down here. So I'm not sure, unless there's pages on here that I don't know but that aren't showing up on here. There could be. Actually, you know what? Let me check something real quick. Hang on 1 second. No, it shows it on part 1 too, that there's only like a total of like 8 pages and then like 4 little tiny parts. So I'm not really sure how they're going to release part 3 of this particular one, because it seems like the other ones have more pages, but all of the sals are about 60,000 to 61,500 stitches, which is doable in a year. I am currently at 25,754 stitches done. So for parts 1 and 2, I am 58.12% complete. So I will keep plugging away at this. I did not check to see how far, because I did get behind when I moved, because I didn't stitch on it for like 2 weeks. And when I had originally mathed it, I needed 1,200 stitches a week to have it done before the end of the year. And I didn't stitch on it for like 2 weeks. And even then, did I say, yeah, it's 617. And even then, once I started stitching on it again, like I was already behind. 1 week I only did 600, and I didn't stitch for 2 weeks. And like this week I only did 600. So I am behind, but last time I mathed it, I wasn't that far behind. It went from 1,200 a week to like 1,252. So it wasn't that bad. So I'm still pretty confident that I will be able to complete the piece before the end of the year. If I need to, once part 3 gets released, I might try to make it where I work on it for a couple nights instead of just 1 night a week. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear. And that's all the stitching I did. I didn't work on Honeymoon Sunset. That's okay though. Honeymoon Sunset and the Haid Cell are my 2 focus pieces. Honeymoon Sunset, I'm trying to do 25,000 stitches on. I only have 6,368 stitches left on it. And I forgot to math this before. Hang on 1 second. 36363 minus 617. So So here's my other board where I'm doing the Whip of Shame tracking, and then these are my 2 focus pieces. So the Honeymoon Sunset, I only need 6,368 stitches to complete the 25,000. And then for the Haid Cell, I have 35,000. 35,746 stitches left to finish the entire thing. Cuddly Bear quilt is, let's update this real quick, 852 plus, how many did I do? 611. So far this month, I have done 1,463 stitches. And then for my milestones, which are basically if I work on a piece, I count it as a milestone done. The milestones are something I had started doing, kind of like my goals I was doing last year, but the milestones are something I was kind of tracking a different way at the beginning of the year, and then I've changed it up, but I want to kind of keep doing this. I might end up stop that. I might stop that in like another month or so, but anyway, 149. And then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 more milestones, so that's 154. Stuff has gotten on this. I think Gracie or something laid on my board and was like messing up with her fur. So there's that. And can I help you, ma'am? Okay. Now, got my Blue's Clues marker. Let me get my big board here. Okay, so what I did do was, you can see, kind of see on here, I got my green marker and I went through and I marked off, I pulled out my laptop and I marked off all of my pieces that are considered seasonal. I marked them all off so that I know that once I work on them. So my plan is, if it's I have 62 projects. I have 62 projects to pick from right now out of my 324. And if it's, this is my summer stitching. So if I work on a seasonal piece twice, it's going to get put away and just set aside. If it's a non-seasonal piece and I work on it twice, it's going to get set aside and I'm going to replace it. We'll draw from the basket of the whips I have that are non-seasonal and replace it with another non-seasonal piece. And the idea is that I kind of work on more stuff. Okay, so let's mark off what I've worked on. Okay, so Amazonia. I spelled that. It's supposed to be Amazonia, not Amazonian. So I worked on this one. And Freedom, which is down here. And then Garden Bouquet, which is right here. And then Hedgehog, right here. And that's it. Because Merry Mushroom Village, I'm not marking off on here because that's a year-long piece. Cuddly Bear Quilt is my whip of shame, so that does not get marked off either. Okay. Time to pick my pieces for the next week. Okay, so I get my kids back tomorrow. And then I'll film again probably Friday night. And I'm gonna try to post, I may go ahead and post that video of me stitching that little flower. I may go ahead and post that. Oh, here it is. This one right here. I may go ahead and just post that, and then I'll just do a separate video the following weekend for the actual like stitching. So I might put a little disclaimer on there. If you're looking to learn how to actually do cross stitches, that will be in a later video. And then I have that diagonal one too that I want to post. So I'll probably post those this week sometime too. Okay, I'm gonna pull 10 projects. And first one is, Mermaids of the Season. That is the stitch along from last year. I think in a previous video I had mistakenly said the wrong fabric, people. But this is a stitch along from Bella Filipina. This was from last year. Bella Filipina, and hold on, because I want to get it right. I think I had previously said, yeah, I had previously said in a different video, which either nobody corrected me or they didn't catch it either. I think I had said Fiber on a Whim. It's Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. Dren from Bella Filipina and Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, they teamed up. He did this design. They dyed a fabric to go with it. So I'm doing this on the called for fabric. And this is what it will look like when it's done. And so I'm doing it on the called for fabric from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. It's called Singing in the Rain, and I'm doing it on a 28 count Lugana. And I'm doing it 2/2. Where's my board? Again, where's my board? Ooh, almost dumped my basket. That wouldn't have been good. So this is my starting point. Maybe you get to see it. Maybe not. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna rain again. We're getting into the rainy season in Florida. I feel like we could compete with Washington with our rain in the summertime, because I feel like it rains almost every day. Okay, so this is my starting point, and this is a start on the spring mermaid. But what I'm gonna do, since I'm doing summer stitching, is I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna start on the summer mermaid. And once I work on her twice, and then I pull this out for the autumn, I'll do the autumn, I'll start on the autumn one, you know, so kind of work on it, the season of the mermaid in the season. So the summer mermaid is this one here. And I ended up, when I ordered something for, something for another project, I went ahead and ordered the Kreinik that is supposed to go with it. So I will probably go ahead and start in on the Kreinik. I have the beads as well. I think that's all the special stuff I needed was Kreinik and beads. Kreinik, DMC. And Mill Hill beads, which I have. Okay, yeah. I was just making sure I didn't need anything like with like any treasures or anything. It doesn't look like it, so that's great. All right. That's exciting. Hello, Gracie. She's like sitting just out of my reach. Hang on one second. Let me pull these out here. Ah, you go in there because you belong in there. You guys come out, and then you go in there. You go in there. Okay. Next up. I try to stay somewhat organized with my stuff. That's going to be a video as well. Somebody asked for that, a video of how to organize my stuff, my stash. Baby ABC. So I was going to do another video of how I have all my stuff stored, like my whips, and a video of how I do my floss storage, because I work from a master set of DMC unless it's a kit. So that'll be another video. But again, that won't be until my kids go back to their dad next weekend. Okay, so Baby ABC, this is a kit from Design Works, and that's what it's gonna look like when it's done. And I've done a center start on it. This is a whip, and I'm just doing whatever came in the kit. So it's a 14 count white Aida. And this is the center piece with the baby carriage. That's my start on it. I have no idea who this is going to go to when it's done. I have no reason to stitch this other than the fact that I really love doing patterns like this, where it's like an alphabet with like something to go with the letter. I just really like doing them. I have Christmas ABC, this ABC, I have an Ocean ABC. That one I would probably hang up. Oh, real quick, I have this crafting one, and it's right here so I can show you. Hang on. I need to hang it up still. But I did this one back in 2015. It's a little dusty. And I gotta iron it again. That's probably why I haven't really hung it up. I gotta find my iron. But this is one that I completed back in 2015, and I really, really like it. Look how cute that is. I love it. Let me get you a little closer. So bonus, you get to see an old finish of mine. This was a lot of fun. Like, I started and finished it in 2015. I loved doing it. It was so much fun. So yeah, so I have baby, Christmas, ocean, wedding ABC that I have not started. Yeah, there's a few others that I don't have that I've seen that I've been debating on if I'm gonna get them or not. I don't know yet. So anyway. I wish I could remember the name of that one. I've seen it on 123 Stitch though, when I was like scrolling through the Design Works kits on 123 Stitch. I have seen it. It's still available. I just don't remember the exact name of it. Okay. Magic Potion Temperature Cell. This is a cell that I started last year, and it's a temperature piece. Which means I guess I have to get off my ass and actually look up the temperatures. I have some of the temperatures written down, but not all of them. So this is from Teeny Weeny X Stitch, and this is a mock-up of what it could potentially look like. It's basically potion bottles on shelves. And I'm doing it on a 32 count linen. It was a piece I had gotten from a friend, and it was dyed by Be Stitch Me, and it's called It's a Mystery. I'm doing it over 2, and this is where I'm at. So the January shelf is done. The February shelf is almost completely done. I just have a few days left in February, and then this is my start on the March shelf. So that's where I'm at on that. So we'll see how much stitching I can get done. Yeah, I just have a few days left for February to do, and then I can get going on the March one. This is in Pattern Keeper. Let me see how far along I am with it. It's like 20-something%. It's something pathetic like that. Here it is. Not even 20%, 17.99%. I have 5,000 stitches done out of 27,786. There's no back stitching in it, which is one of the things I like about it. So, but I have temperatures written down up through, and you can easily find temperatures online if you just Google temperature of, you know, I think I went on AccuWeather, and you can actually pull up the entire like temperature calendar for the town or whatever. I have up through April. I thought I had May's written down. I do. I have May's written down. Yeah, so I have April. I have January through May temperatures written, and yeah. So, all right, next up. Is a new start, Norwegian Quaker flag. So there's this sow going around. Everybody's, a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people are doing it. It's Vipsters is the designer. I was trying to think of the Facebook group off the top of my head that is posting it. I don't recall exactly, but anyway. So Bister's, her Etsy shop, she has just about every country's flag in a Quaker form, like Quaker tile form. This is the Norwegian flag, so I'm planning on doing two of these. Not two of these, but two flags. I'm doing the US flag because I live in the US and I was born here. And then I'm doing the Norwegian flag because I am 50% Norwegian. I've never been to Norway, I don't speak Norwegian, but like my father's side of the family is like 100% Norwegian. Like 100%. My grandfather, his dad, was actually the first on his side of the family to be born in the US. Where's my board? I don't need my board. It's a new start. So anyway, so I'm doing this one, and then I'm also going to do the US flag. So I'm going to do this on a 36 count vintage country mocha Edinburgh linen. Hi. I don't usually like stitching on linen, but I needed something that was going to be a higher count because I don't want this thing to be ginormous. And so I went with this, and I'm doing it on this shade because I don't feel like changing colors, and I wanted the white part to show better. The gray and white part, I wanted that to show up really well. So there's that. And FYI, if you do like, I don't know if it's all vintage vintage like colors, but I've noticed vintage country mocha and vintage stormy night is only on one side. The other side of the fabric is printed. The other side of the fabric is plain. So if you use vintage country mocha, because I've noticed that with both linen and even weave, and actually Ada too. If you use vintage stormy night or vintage country mocha, make sure you're starting it on the correct side of the fabric to get the prettiness, which is the whole reason why you ordered that fabric. Just a heads up. Because it sucks when you stitch it on the wrong side of the fabric and you don't realize it until the very end. I haven't done it myself, but I have seen other people do it, and then I'm frantically checking my pieces to make sure I didn't do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 5. Another new start, Year of Gnomes, June. This is a, oh God, what's it called? No, I think it's, she changed the name once the sale was over. It's from Cross Stitch for Everyone on Etsy. I want to say she changed it to Gnome a Month. But when I got it, it was Year of Gnome, so that's what I know it as. So it's a different gnome every month. And let me find June. It is compatible in Pattern Keeper, and that's what June is going to look like. And I'm going to do it 1/1 full cross on a 28 count white Monaco. So I have May completed. I've started April. So now I pulled June, so I'll get that one started if I work on it. I mean, it's funny, it used to be where I didn't get a lot of stitching the weeks I had my kids, but now it's like almost flipped, where I'm getting more stitching done the weeks I have my kids. I don't know why. Oh, yay. Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure, Peyton. So this is from Cunning Cross Stitch. It's Stuart Cunningham. He has a group on Facebook. This particular pattern is no longer available. Hold on. Let me start over. So the Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure was a sale that was started, I think, back in 2020 by Stuart Cunningham, and his Facebook group is Cunning Cross Stitch. And This particular one is no longer available. He took it down when he started his new Stitch Your Own Adventure, which is Middle Earth. So kind of Lord of the Rings. I only really have a mock-up of the parchment outlines. So it's kind of like this layout right here. I'm doing this 3 separate times. I'm doing one for myself, and then I'm doing one for each of my kids. And so I worked on mine and my younger sons, and this one is going to be for my older son, and I'm just doing it on a 16 count ivory Aida. So this is my starting point right here, and this parchment over here, the outline, well, parchment 1 is completed too, but this one over here is also completed, and that is parchment 5. So I don't know if I'm going to work on Peyton's house flag. He wants to do Gryffindor. I don't know if I'm going to work on Gryffindor, the Gryffindor flag, or if I'm going to do parchment 5, which I feel like has something to do with Diagon Alley. Is that the one? I feel like there's something about a trip to Diagon Alley here. I'll have to look it up and see. So whatever I end up, I'll see which one he wants me to do, because they come back to me tomorrow. So I'll see which one he wants me to start on. Okay, so there's that. Okay, this should be number 7. Oh, single step. Oh wait, no, this is not out of the book. Okay. I was thinking this was out of one of Emma Condon's books, but it's not. This was an actual, this was from her store. So this is Single Step by Stitch Rovia. This one is available on her Etsy shop. And it says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm doing this with 2 strands of floss and on a, this looks like an 18 count white opalescent Aida. Where's my board? Man. Oh, it's over here. And this is my starting point. I'm hoping that I'll be able to put some stitching in on all of these pieces like I did the previous Flosstube. Ooh, you can really see the sparkle on that. That's pretty. I do have to correct something right here. I might have to, I got to double check, but I left spaces right here because I did not do something over here correctly. So I don't know if I'm going to have to take this out or not. I have to double check. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'll be okay. I don't know. I'm going to double check. Hopefully I won't have to pull that out. I might just work it and figure it out. But anyway, that's my starting point. So we'll see how much I get done. Okay. That was number 6. Oh, nope, there's 7. Okay, so this is number 8. Next up is bookmark books. This will be a new start. And the little bookmark kit that I got from Busilla. And it's going to be this one right here. I have this one started. I have 3 of the cups done. But this is the one that I pulled right here. And I'm just doing it on the fabric that's the one I started. Oh, I only did 2 cups, never mind. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do it on this side. Like it came as one piece. So I'm gonna do it on this half, and then once I'm done, I can cut it down the middle and finish it as bookmark. So I'm hoping that I can maybe, if I save this for a weekend, because there's, look, like the most stitching it looks like is gonna be in that cup, because you don't even complete the books, really. So we'll see how much of that I can get done. That'd be really cool if I could finish that one this summer too. All right. We'll see how much I get done with the first stitching session for it, and if I can get a lot of it done. If I can't get it done the second time, that might be another one that I keep out for a third go round for this summer. Wow, it's getting dark out. All right, number 9. Oh, Harry Potter Stitch Your Own Adventure, mine. Let me pull this bag back out again. So that Stitch Your Own Adventure piece I was talking about on mine, I'm most likely, this is my starting point with mine. Mine has a little bit of a coffee dye to it, but it's also a 16 count ivory Aida. But I kind of soaked it in some coffee to give it a little bit more of a parchment look, but I didn't do that with the kids. This is my starting point. So I had this parchment done and this parchment outline done, and then I started on the Quidditch cup, Quidditch scene for mine. So I'm gonna continue with that, and we'll see how much I can get completed on it. I mean, I got that tower and almost that entire broom done, and that was only that was like 600 stitches, I think. So fingers crossed, maybe I can get that scene completed, maybe, because it's I have to finish the broom, I have to extend. There's gonna be like the wall right here and another tower. I have to put in the chaser, because when I did, it's like a letter that you're writing to your parents because you're the student, right? And then for chapter 2, I had to select an element, earth, air, fire, or water, to just figure out what position I was playing in the Quidditch game. And I think I picked earth, which made me a chaser. So I'm gonna put the chaser ball in here, and then also my jersey I have to put in there as well. So there's that. Okay. And this should be number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay, number 10. I always say I hope it's a good one, but I got some pretty good projects this week. So if I pull one that I'm like, meh, it'll be okay. But I still hope it's a good one. All right, last one for the week is Colorful Cow. All right, this is a kit from DesignWorks. No, I lied. It's a kit from Artiste. I pulled it last week. I didn't work on it, so I probably should put some effort in on it since I pulled it again. But that's what it's going to look like when it's done. It's actually really cute. I'm going to like it once it's done. And this is my starting point. I'm just using whatever came in the kit. So I think it's a 14 count white Aida. And wow, it got really dark. Yeah, it's going to storm bad. This is my starting point on it. It doesn't look like anything right now, I know. But yeah, that's my starting point. So those are my 10 projects I pulled. I'm still going to continue with the 100 stitches a day on Cuddly Bear Quilt, and also my focus pieces of Honeymoon Sunset and Merry Mushroom Village. I'd like to just knock out Honeymoon Sunset, just get it done. I mean, it's still like 6,000 stitches, but out of those two pieces, Merry Mushroom Village is more of the Hade cell is more of a priority because I get a prize at the end when I finish. So anyway, I think that is all I have to say. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you like what you had to see and you're not already subscribed, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. I will post, I'll probably go ahead and post the 2 videos that I have like in my photo library thing on my phone. Probably go ahead and post those at some point over the next week or so, the diagonal stitching and then the one where I made that little flower. Even though it's not 100% how I like it, I may go ahead and post it anyway and then just do a follow-up video showing how to do actual like stitches. So anyway, any questions, comments, concerns, what have you, post them down below. And if you liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And yeah, so that's it. Take care, happy stitching, get a lot of stitches in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.